I'm Ryan Ashley Wall. This is Season 2, Episode 8 of the Raw Quiz Show. Thanks for joining us. I am joined tonight by Drew Dodgen, not Tiffany Cornwall, but Jack Cornwall, Bryan Lopez, and Roy Short. It's glad to have you back, Roy.
Thank you, sir. It's good to be back.
Good to see you.
Glad you're not dead yet.
Yet.
I mean, seriously.
Thanks again to Jack for subbing. You have been a real help this season, much in the same way Vuke was last season. You're Season 2, Vuke. I appreciate it.
Anything to be compared to Vuke is good.
I'm sure James thinks the same thing.
Yeah. James loves the fact.
James is Season 2 James. Like
He's the same James as he's always been.
Yes. The first to lose, the first to die, the first who should have stayed here and not gone elsewhere.
James is exactly where he was last season, 6 feet under. Now that we've wounded James's pride again and again and again, let's start with our first question. Our first question tonight is a viewer question. Some of these questions tonight were written by my lovely wife, Rachel Wall. This is one of them. For 10 normal points, every week the TV guide comes to Chandler and Joey's apartment. Whose name is on the address label?
Jack.
Jack.
Mrs. Chenandler Bong.
That is correct. You just knew that one.
Yes, I did.
You just knew that. Yep. That was a piece of trivia in another show, so glad I got that.
Mrs.
All right, our second question tonight is of the random category, of which there are an abnormally high number of this episode, so be on the lookout for that. All right, I'm going to steal a question from the formerly mentioned and definitely deceased James Hamrick. It's a scavenger hunt, and the highest Rotten Tomato critic score wins.
All right, I couldn't find the one I wanted, but let's see. We'll go with this one. Lord of the Rings, the first one.
Fellowship of the Ring. Okay, let's see. I assume you were going to grab Return of the King.
Yeah, that probably would have been a better one.
I'm not sure.
I think Return of the King got worse than the others.
Okay.
That's Princess Mononoke if you're trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I got that. All right, Bryan and Roy, do y'all have something?
Yes.
Roy, what do you have? Oh, there's no way that wins.
Hey, it's the only thing I could get my hands on. I didn't have time to run to the attic.
Oh, I might
something?
be in good shape.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, that's good.
Nah, I think I beat you, Bryan.
I don't know. We'll see.
Let's see. I'm on here now looking.
Oh, guys.
Bryan!
Did I finally win something?
Okay, so
You had to have won.
this was for 10 vote points. All right, and in last place, unsurprisingly, is Fate of the Furious with a 67% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's still got 67.
Not bad. Not great, but it's not bad.
For the 7th movie in a series, that's pretty good.
You're not wrong. Next up was Jack with Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring at 91%.
Yeah.
Then Drew with Princess Mononoke 93%, and the winner, Bryan, with 97% for Coco.
Ah.
Bryan, that was for 10 vote points. Who would you like?
Second lead.
So technically that's Drew or Roy. Which one?
I'll flip a coin.
Just do Drew so Roy can be winning for a while.
I'll flip a coin. Sorry, Drew.
That's fine.
All right.
Excuse me, can somebody take a screenshot of this?
Yeah.
This will be the only
Somebody
time
screen cap
this
this.
happens.
Roy's in the lead and Drew is in third place. So, yeah, that's.
Yeah, somebody needs to take a picture of this.
Wait,
See
what?
how long this lasts.
Yeah.
Was it a tie?
There was a tie, but you just broke it.
Okay.
So, all right, our next question is a culture question. This one also from Rachel. Where did Scotch whiskey originate? For 10.
Bryan.
Yeah.
Brian.
True.
I'm guessing here.
It's
I'm guessing here.
Yep.
I'm making a damn guess. I know I'm probably wrong. Scotland.
Scotland is correct.
it's called.
Yeah!
Yeah.
God, I'm such an idiot.
And you
All
only,
right.
you only have one target, so it's Drew again. Wow, Brian is tearing Drew up. The Miami Dolphins to Drew's New England Patriots.
Crawling out of this hole.
Well, you didn't actually gain any points, Brian.
No, you just.
I'm dragging him down with me.
We'll see how this goes. We will see how this goes.
Our next question is a.
One concrete shoot for Brian, one for Drew.
We will see.
Our next question is a history question for 10 bow points. What empire did Alexander the Great command?
Brian.
Brian,
He commanded the Macedonian Empire.
that is correct.
Hey guys.
Brian
Hero.
He is on fire. I don't even think
It's a miracle.
He's
It's
been
a miracle.
all season long,
disable
guys.
it.
I mean,
Where has this been all game?
I don't know. I don't know. He had to answer questions I understood and knew.
Just don't disable him, Brian. Let him keep going.
all right. That's fine, Brian.
At least
What are
one
you
more.
getting?
What is it for?
10 bow points.
The highest.
Still no normal points.
Go up to the highest.
So he's got 3 in a row, yet he's still at 25.
Okay. This next one he might be able to win some normal points for because it's for a science question for 10 normal points. What is the formula for mass?
E equals MC squared. Roy?
True.
Jack,
Drew, what do you have?
come on.
Mass equals density times volume.
That is
Okay.
correct.
Whatever.
Correct.
He just-
Yeah, that was relativity. Whatever.
Roy's just spitting them out. Oh, yeah, Roy.
Okay. So this next one is a bit of a team game. I sent 2 of you something to remember that is not related to our last game tonight. We're going to play catchphrase. And Team A is Drew and Roy. Team B is Jack and Brian. Each team will have 30 seconds with one person knowing the catchphrase, the other person trying to guess it. Now, here's the thing. Can't sing, can't rhyme it. You just have to describe whatever it is to try and get them to say it. Sound effects are fine, but you have to explain it somehow. What I'm going to do is time each of you, and whichever team is able to communicate theirs the fastest, that person will be declared the winner. So
I'll go first.
let me get my timer ready.
Wait, so you said there's 2 people?
Yeah. So, Brian, I'll describe it, and you just have to name it.
Oh.
But you'll get it right off because...
Okay. Jack.
Don't have your hopes up.
Jack,
No, here we go. Ready?
Ready? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
It's the highest black card in the deck.
The Ace of Spades?
Yes.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Oh.
That is correct. All right.
What was that, like 3
Drew.
seconds?
That was 5 seconds. That was 5 seconds. Drew, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Go.
The Bill of Rights that protects us against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Constitution?
No,
No.
He's technically not wrong.
he's
Yeah,
not wrong,
technically.
but
It's in there.
not right enough.
eventually.
Yeah, I have no clue.
All right, it's way past time anyway. So
Yeah.
the answer.
It took Drew 5 seconds just to say what he wanted to say.
I couldn't think of a better way to put it.
You gave it your best shot, Drew. Sorry, bud.
I honestly thought Jack would be thrown off by the song "The Ace of Spades" and would be like, "Oh, I can't sing it." But no, nope. Okay, so obviously the winner there is Team B, both gaining 10 normal points.
Oh, I helped Bryan get points.
The rich get richer and the
Poor
poor get richer.
The poor get middle class.
Yeah.
Poor get middle. A rising tide raises all boats, so to speak.
Taxing all you guys.
Our next game, and it's another random category question right there, back to back. And this is one that Bryan's actually good at too, so we might.
Does he get disabled at any point?
Not for randoms.
No, not for randoms. But this here is the elimination game. I have 3 categories for you guys. It is for 10 sword points. Jack, you represent Tiffany. You're at the top of the scoreboard. Start us off with traditional burger toppings.
Lettuce.
Roy.
Tomatoes.
Drew.
Pickles.
Bryan.
Onions.
Jack.
Ketchup.
Roy.
Mayonnaise.
That's too long. We just gotta take it out. All right. Drew, start us off with Tom Hanks movies.
News of the World.
That's good. Bryan.
Captain Phillips.
Forrest Gump.
Drew.
Toy Story.
Bryan.
Saving Private Ryan.
Jack.
Castaway.
Drew.
Toy Story 2.
Too long. Too long. I can't believe
Nobody's
y'all didn't.
I wasn't
big.
sure Jack had gone, so.
Nobody's going big.
I can't believe y'all
Bosom
didn't.
buddies.
I can't believe y'all didn't just
Flash.
go Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story
That's
4.
what I like. Dude,
Toy Story that I forgot.
Yeah, just go down the list. So, okay. All right, last one is between Jack and Bryan. Bryan, start us off with 151 original Pokemon. Go.
Pikachu.
oh gosh.
Jack.
Charizard, whatever the hell his name is.
Bryan. Bryan?
Charmander.
Okay, Jack?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bryan again.
Well, you don't know the poker rap?
All right, and with that being said, Bryan, you're disabled for this next question. And the first time in this quiz is...
Wait, do I get sword points though? Do I get to stab somebody?
Yeah,
You did.
get
You
to
did.
stab through again.
Yeah, me again.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
I hope you realize what this means.
Yeah,
Drew's like, I'm so looking forward to killing you.
yeah.
I'm gonna die.
This episode, probably.
See, I was
Probably.
going to aim for you anyway, but
Now it's personal.
I was just going to put you out of your misery. Now I just want to. That's personal.
All right, our next question is a science question. It is here at last, the moon question for 10 gold.
Oh, God.
How many Godzillas from Godzilla King of the Monsters would it take to reach the moon?
Newest one or oldest one?
He
The
just
newer
said
one.
it.
The newer one.
There's 2 King of the Monsters. That's why I had to ask.
The newer one. Which, if y'all haven't seen it, the poster for Godzilla versus Kong is
Jack.
Jack.
320,867.
That is so close to what I have. I'm not even gonna not count it. 10 bow points, Jack. Where are you?
Bryan.
Amen. A stinking men. Maybe even a women too. I don't know.
All right.
Well, let's just add a few kids into it too. 8 kids.
Hey, kids.
A boy, a girl, a cat, a dog. Just add everybody into this.
Hey, kids is what you say right before you say shut up.
Yeah.
All right. Our next question is a culture question for 10 normal points. What is the reward for getting 120 stars in Super Mario Galaxy?
Brian. You get to play as Luigi?
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's freaking correct. It's Brian's night.
Was that normal points?
It was.
So he just got those back. What's he at, 35?
Yep.
It bounced
All
right
right.
off me.
Yeah,
Drew
bounced
was
right
like,
off.
Drew was like this. I got thrown a mushroom.
Our next one is a history question for 10 sword points. Who was the last emperor of China?
Drew.
Drew.
Henry Puey.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
It's.
I
I
left
think
that
that's
one.
how you say that name.
I left that one for you, Drew.
I'm
just so
guessing
you
that's how you
hit
say it.
Brian.
Oh, no.
Drew, it was
Not
sword-
exactly the Chinese name I was expecting.
Puyi.
Puyi. Yes,
Puyi.
that is correct. Puyi is correct. Drew, that was 10 sword points. Who are you hitting?
Brian.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, his phone's going off.
That's what you call the turtle shell.
Oh.
The red one.
Turtle.
Obviously not the blue because it's going for last place.
Exactly.
Yeah. He shot it backwards.
I think he poisoned me.
That was a red turtle shell aimed right at you.
Oh.
You okay, Brian?
Yeah, I think he poisoned
Yeah.
this herbal tea.
Look.
Woo.
Well, there's your problem.
We on the
Yeah.
RAWQuizShow, show. When we say die, we mean metaphor.
Not literally.
So please don't literally die.
Yeah.
We'd
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah, because that would really color the whole conversation of you might die this episode.
That would not sit well.
No, it
No.
would not.
I might feel a little guilty.
All right. Our next is a random category question. This one is new. We're going to vote on the best joke wins. Hands up, no Google. You just got to know it.
Oh, God.
Drew,
That's what?
you just got to know it. You just got to know a joke. Drew, tell us a joke.
Good, huh? Did you know that there are flat earthers all around the world?
Okay, I'm ready.
What you got,
All right.
Roy?
What do you call a cow with no legs?
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Dinner.
Ground beef.
What do you call a cow?
Okay, I got one.
Okay. Good.
This is really lame. I just made it up.
I just made it up.
What do you call hell for a vegan?
Butcher shop?
A hot dog eating contest.
Jack, I've noticed distinct lack of
Okay.
joke.
Yeah. The only stupid dad joke I can think of is, what concert would you go to that would only cost 45 cents?
What's that?
50 Cent featuring Nickelback.
Brian, are you ashamed now, or?
I'm muting myself, so I don't want
Okay. All right. Let's have votes. You can't vote for yourself. You can only vote for someone else's joke. Who wants to vote first?
I'll vote first. I'm voting for Roy.
Roy's joke gets 1 vote.
What are these points for?
10 normal.
Yeah, I'll vote for Roy, too.
That's 2 votes. Roy, who are
Okay.
you voting for?
Can I split mine up between Drew and Jack?
Roy, who would you
Honestly,
like
I'm
to
just trying to keep Brian at 25 so that we might could kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go with Jack.
Jack, okay. Brian?
Well, I guess with Roy then.
3 for Roy.
Thank you.
Self-preservation over here.
Brian's trying to make a friend here.
Someone, don't hit me.
Oh,
That was entirely political, just so y'all know. Like there was.
Yeah, I was going to go with the political joke, but I figured, nah, we'll just let that one go.
No, I mean the voting.
The point. The voting.
Yeah.
All right. Our
like,
next
don't let him get the
question
points.
is a history question for 10 sword points. When was Nelson Mandela released from prison? I need the day and the year. Obviously the month.
Roy,
Drew.
Roy, what do you have?
February 11th, 1990.
That is correct. Roy, you.
For some reason, Google just gave me 11/1990.
I had the same thing happen to me when I was writing this question, Drew. So, Roy, you can hit Drew or you can hit Tiffany, who is at 80. Jack is
Oh.
so.
Let's keep it honest. We'll go for Tiffany. Sorry, Jack.
Hey, you're not hurting me. I'm
You say
just
that.
a sub.
You say
I'm
that
just a
when she
sub.
watches this episode.
You're just a sub.
You say that, but when she watches this episode, that will have hurt you.
Well,
All right, another Pictionary game
Oh, gosh.
here. Let's see what we can do with the whiteboard today.
hate Pictionary. You're such a horrible drawer.
I am not. I'm just horrible at drawing on this.
Polar bear in a snowstorm.
Jolly Green Giant.
The Incredible Hulk.
Dinosaur.
Booger.
Cactus.
Godzilla.
Okay, you're on the right track. So,
T-Rex.
Barney? Oh, he's purple.
That's the wrong color for
Yeah.
Barney.
Hey,
What in the
Godzilla versus King Kong.
that is correct.
Yeah.
Wow, good job, Roy.
Once y'all start going on the right track, I figured I'd stop with the Godzilla and head towards Kong. So, Roy, that was for 10 sword points. You only have one target now, so Tiffany it is. Who would have thought?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? This whole thing has turned around way different.
It has, because Bryan showed up for an episode.
Dang.
I've awakened.
Our next question is a culture question for 10 sword points. What is the name of the first mate on the Pequod in Moby Dick?
Jack.
Jack.
Starbucks.
Starbuck is correct, and where the coffee chain gets its name.
Yep.
So, Jack, who are you hitting? You have Roy and Drew as possible targets.
What's the spread between me and Roy?
15 points.
15.
Roy. It's only because they were sword points, Roy.
That's all right.
What is this, a cat fight?
No, Bryan knows he's like close to dying, and he's like scared now.
Speaking of sword points, this science question is for 10 sword points. What element has the highest melting point? And what is it?
Drew.
Drew.
Carbon.
Hold on, let
And
me.
I'm now looking for that thing. Crap, it's God.
Now that I'm.
It disappeared off my screen.
Jack.
This is.
Jack.
Go ahead.
There it is.
It's carbon. It's 3,500 degrees Celsius, or 6,332 degrees Fahrenheit, or 3,773 degrees or Kelvin, whatever that is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll be real impressed if you have the Kelvin.
I got
Yeah, you know. Yeah.
10 sword points, Drew or Yeah, Roy or Drew.
Roy.
Oh, the tables have turned. Jeez.
This order's starting to look familiar.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. All right. So our next question is a science question for 10 normal points. Scientists in Argentina have recently uncovered remains of the largest land-dwelling animal ever. What is it?
Jack.
Jack.
It's a mammoth.
No.
No?
Largest land
Drew,
animal.
Oh.
Drew.
the Argentinosaurus.
That is correct. They found it in
Original
Argentina.
name.
So. The name was a bit of a clue by accident. Not a clue.
And I'd like to point out I misspelled largest.
What did it say? Largarist?
Largetst.
Larg. Sorry. For 10 sword points, we have another viewer question. This one from Nicole Stanley.
Woo.
What is the Greek goddess Nike goddess of?
Jack.
Drew,
Jack.
Victory.
Victory is correct. You are playing for Tiffany, which means you can hit Drew or Roy yet again.
Roy.
Hey, Bryan, you decided you want to wake up again? Say something. Jeez.
All right, guys.
Well, see, Roy, now you've fallen down in between me and Drew. Like, I'm like right there. So it's.
Oh, boy. Our next question is a culture question. This one is actually written by Rachel for, let's say, 10 normal points.
Are you trying to keep Bryan alive? Like, what happened to all the bow points?
No, actually, look, anytime I write a question, I pre-write what the points they are, but Rachel
Don't listen to him.
physically wrote
Don't listen to him. This is fine. This is perfect for me.
What did Matthew McConaughey plan on being career-wise before he finally decided to be an actor? And I will know. Jack?
A teacher?
Nope. And I will note he was well on the way to realizing this goal.
Roy,
Roy,
lawyer.
that is correct.
I just found it.
It took me a minute.
So, Roy, that was for 10 normal points. Back
He's
up.
from fairly close to here.
Yeah, that's right.
Doesn't he live there now and teach at Texas?
I don't think he does.
Yeah, he's in class somewhere.
Not in Longview.
No,
Yeah.
just at in
He
I
lives
mean,
in
saying
Texas.
Texas is like saying in
Yeah,
France.
you know,
It's a very
University of
large
Texas.
area.
when
Yeah,
I say teaching
That's
in Texas,
Austin. That's
Austin.
5
Yeah.
hours from here. That's the equivalent of being in another state.
Yeah, well, I can
Another
drive
state
5
and a
hours.
half in some cases.
So was going from Dallas to Houston.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Our next question, our last history question of the night for 10. It was normal, but I'm going to go sword. 10 sword points. The current White House is not the original White House. The original was destroyed in what U.S. conflict?
Drew,
Through
Bryan.
the War of 1812.
the War of 1812 is correct.
Brian knew that one.
Barely nudged me yet. Barely.
Yeah.
I recently saw a documentary on it. I was like, fresh in my mind. Fresh in my mind, man.
I just remembered a song I heard on the internet 10 years ago about the British burning the White House, and the Americans hid and cried, and I remember being mad at it, and that's why I remembered it was the War of 1812.
For once, one day, one of y'all is just going to remember it by knowing it.
Yeah.
Not by some crazy association. Just... All right, guys. Our last.
That's how memory works, is crazy association.
Or we know it, we just start typing just for out of habit.
Yeah.
I noticed Brian was about to with the Alexander the Great thing, but he's like, I know that.
Yeah.
All I got written was current White House.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Our last question for the
Hang on
night.
a second. Who got the points?
Yeah. Were those sword points you changed those to?
Oh, they were sword points. I changed them to. I counted those as normal, but that's not correct.
I have to hit Tiffany, so
Yep.
Oh. So what? Brian's gonna skate by again?
Maybe.
Bravo, people.
we still have one more question.
Oh, that's right. And we still have the other thing.
The last question of the night is a random category question. We are going to play Indian poker. I have told each of these fellows the cards of the other players. They do not know their own card, only what the other players have. You guys at home watching will see it on screen alongside their HP and their shield points, which they don't have any shield points, but I digress. Now, what we're going to do is allow betting of HP on this hand of Indian poker. So we'll start betting with Drew. We'll do 2 rounds of betting. Of course, typical poker rules of betting apply. So if someone raises, someone else has to match to stay in. Anyone may fold at any point. Drew, would you like to start the betting?
Yes,
Hey, can I get a point count first?
Oh, sure. The scoreboard is Drew has 65, Roy has 55, Tiffany has 50, and Brian has 25. You cannot
Gotcha.
bet yourself to death. You must leave at least 1 HP for yourself. And if you can't match, you can stay in by going all in if you want to. But that's crazy. I wouldn't do that. Drew, you want to start the betting?
Yeah, I'll start at 10.
10. Jack, do you want to match, raise, fold?
Well, if I bet Tiffany to death or down to 1 point, I'll probably get smacked. But I mean, I don't like everybody else's cards.
You can fold if you want.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that and stick at 50.
Okay. Well, we have our first fold. Brian.
Wait, so he's stopping at 50?
No, I'm folding and keeping my 50
Oh,
points.
okay. I was like, that leaves me. So
Or Tiffany's 50 points.
okay,
He has having to play a separate game than the rest of us.
okay. So
It's called staying out of the doghouse.
it's 10 now. So 15.
Oh, so you're raising by 5.
I gotta
Okay.
be aggressive.
I'll fold.
Roy, you're folding. Drew?
I'll match for 15.
15, so that's 30. All right.
No,
Last round of betting. That means Brian. Drew just responded. So, Brian, are you going to stay the same? Fold?
20.
20?
I'll explain why. Well, you guys know why, but
Drew, are you going to match?
I got no other choice. But
I'll match.
20 and 20. All right. Time to reveal. So, Drew, you lost, man.
yeah.
So, in addition to Brian getting his 20 points back, he will be raised your 20 points that you contributed. You will lose your 20.
I had no idea what I had, so.
Yeah.
What card did I have?
Okay, I will explain cards in just a sec. Let me.
the highest I saw was a 7. No one had a king. No one had an ace. So I was like, I gotta go for it.
You had a king.
But I didn't know what I had.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay.
So,
Everyone else, no one had any super high cards. So I'm going for it.
yep. So.
If someone had an ace, I would have chickened out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. If someone had an ace, I'm like,
Okay, so I'm going to reveal cards. I'm only looking at Jack's list, so somebody will have to fill me in on what Jack's card was. But
Jack had 7 of hearts.
7 of hearts.
Yeah. As soon as I saw Bryan's king, I was like, yeah, I'm just not playing.
Yeah.
I found a random card generator online. I had 2 decks. I drew 4 cards, and I had already had the names lined out and then just assigned them that way. So
Yeah.
Bryan had the king of spades. Roy had the 4 of hearts. Jack had the 7 of hearts. Bruce had the 6 of spades.
Yeah, the highest I saw was 7. I'm like, I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
And when you explain the rules, it essentially meant Bryan had the 5th highest card in the deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Odds are very low of having one of those cards.
Yeah.
See, this is why it's a good thing in real life I am not a betting man.
Yeah.
It is, because I'm like, why are you betting points when you know he has a king?
Because I am stupid.
I'm going to go ahead and say something for the audience. At the Raw Quiz Show, we do not condone gambling. This is strictly for fun. If there was actual money on the line, I would not do this game. So
For entertainment purposes only.
exactly. So it was all for fun, and we had a good time, except for Drew.
Except if it's legal in the state where you happen to be watching this.
And we'll pay up after we go offline.
So if you're a Raw Quiz Show fan in Nevada or in Atlantic City.
Or Virginia this week for sports betting.
So anyway.
Good thing this isn't a sport then.
Yeah.
Or in the greater D.C. area.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of... Never mind.
Yeah. We'll just let that go.
Anyway, that's it for these guys' questions tonight. Before I turn it over to plugs, though, I do have a comment question for you this week. Leave in the comments what you think the answer to this question is. What chapter of Lord of the Rings is my favorite? Leave your response in the comments along with the person you wish to support. And whoever, I'll do it this way. Whoever is closest, I'll get that one. And when I say closest, I mean chronologically. So even if it's my least favorite chapter, if it happens to be butted up to my favorite, that will count. So anyway, that is the comment question for this week. Lastly, before I let you all go, I want to talk about plugs. Drew, you have content online. Would you like...
Indeed.
There you go.
All right. I am, of course, on the podcast called The Cellcast, where we review animated movies and animated television shows. This Saturday, we are releasing our review on Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, the Three Musketeers. That was actually a fun movie that I had not seen before. It's pretty good. Also, we are reviewing Thundercats 2011 for the next week and a half. And then we're starting a new series after that. Plus, Movie of the Week podcast. I'm not sure what the movie is this week, but go check that out. I'm sure it was good. And that's about it.
All right. Your Cellcast episode for Saturday, if it's releasing Saturday, then it'll be releasing the same day as this episode.
I always aim for Saturday.
I do too, and usually I can reach it. So now that I've said it, I'm going to eat my words, and this is going to come out Sunday.
Yeah, this will come out Monday.
Or we can just throw in some like random curse words here at the end so that you have to edit and beep. And...
Darf, point, zoink, egads.
Bryan already dropped one earlier, but anyway.
Well, it's because he was super excited. Like he came to play tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we're in season or episode 8. I mean, come on.
What's even more amazing is he came to play and he still, until poker, still only had 25 points.
And to be fair, though, like this scoreboard is like super even now. I'm actually kind of excited to see where it goes. And I hope you are too as a viewer. Please be free. Please feel free to join us next week as we continue.
No, be free. Just be free.
Shut up, Jack.
Wait, B3, bingo!
Bingo's fine, but Hangman is never happening.
Hangman, never do it again. Never. Ah.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. It's been a blast. Be sure to join the Raw Quiz Show Facebook group where we occasionally ask support questions so you can help these guys out, or in rare cases, hurt somebody you dislike. That's just the Raw Quiz Show way of doing things. Thanks for joining us. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, comment, even if you're not answering the comment question. Even if you just want to say, hey, Ryan, your hair is thinning. You look terrible. I don't care. Leave a comment. It's good for the channel. I appreciate it.
I think your head has the nice round shape.
Or if you just want to say, I was unaware what Brian's voice sounded like.
I don't know. I had my vitamins this morning. I had my vitamins.
So what, did you just go out and buy them?
My mom bought me some vitamins.
Are those the gummy bears?
No, they're the pills. I don't know. This is a miracle. Like, I knew some of the answers. I was like, I know that. I know that. And I'm like, yes, finally.
All right. Now that we've seen Brian's finest hour, this has been the Raw Quiz Show. I'm Ryan Ashley Wall. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you next week. And guys,
Ryan's going on to another dimension.
Behind the screen.
that's going in the outtakes. I'm telling you right now.
Mr. Wall broke the fourth wall over there.